Way back in the day when Halo Infinite came out and all the problems started happening, there was a rumor that Halo would be switching to Unreal Engine 5. And godly dog howdy, they switched to Unreal Engine 5. All of this stuff is rendering. None of this is gameplay. They already said this is not a game. This is like a platform for them to test out games they might want to make and stuff like that in Unreal Engine 5. It's called Project Foundry. We're gonna be doing something a little different here on the channel. Usually I'll be reacting raw, but this one's a little different. I already have seen this. I already have broken this down many a times. I've already chopped up and spliced. I got so many videos scheduled, lined up already. I'm telling you, I'm a Halo nerd. I'm very excited about this and the future of Halo. Some might say, oh, they're just switching to Unreal Engine 5. Well, it's not. No, this is huge for Halo. This is very huge for Halo. They've kind of been hindered by their own engine. The one that they completely came up with for Halo Infinite, the slipstream engine, split screen, no split screen co-op. I mean, I'm telling you, this Unreal Engine shit is huge. People are gonna come flocking to work. If I knew how to work Unreal Engine, I'd be flocking to go work on Halo right now, especially the way the video game industry is with all the layoffs and stuff. I forgot to mention, 343 Industries have rebranded themselves as Halo Studios. I think is a good thing. I'm all for it, right? They've kind of already, I don't want to be like mean, but they kind of already cleaned house over there, and they got Pierre running the studio now. The guy that saved MCC, he's the head of the studio now, and I think it's only right to switch engines, you know, rebrand, approach it differently. That's what they're saying. Halo Infinite was the last of the old way to make Halo, and this is the new way to make Halo, whatever that means.
Chris Matthews, take one. Mark.
This is Casey Wu, take one. Mark.
I was told that I can just be my authentic self, Chris.
For 6 years, I don't want to be in front of a camera.
There he is.
There's so much to do and so much fun to be had when you play Halo that I feel like I never run out of things to do.
I love intricate stories that take place across lots of different worlds, have lots of different meaningful characters.
What made
Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo ODST, Halo Reach,
Halo, and what's the soul that we
the
want
good
to
ones.
bring forward, and what's the craft of making Halo games, and how do we set our studio at best to go deliver on that?
We knew we had to make a change in order to take us into the future.
When I first heard about Halo moving on Unreal Engine, my first thought was, this is going to be a really hard secret to keep.
I think fans are going to be excited about that.
And they were not able to keep it. That shit leaked immediately. Like immediately. I'm so hyped.
Future of Halo because of the possibilities that are afforded us by using Unreal.
Before, we really had to split our focus.
Halo, 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 Halo. I didn't spend a bunch of money on this hoodie for no reason.
Building an engine, supporting it, being really kind of a tech company and a studio at the same time. Since we've made the change to shift to UE, we can bring Halo forward in ways that people have never seen before while still being true to what Halo is.
The Foundry project was an effort to show ourselves how far we can push things using Unreal 5.
New studio art director, Chris, came to me.
They got a new studio art director. This guy looks rad.
He said, hey, there's this thing called Project Foundry that
Project Foundry.
Let's make it happen.
Foundry specifically is based around the same concept of the Foundry in Halo lore. It's the place where Halo rings are born. It's not a game, it's a research project for our studio so we can prepare ourselves for the next steps of making Halo games.
Okay, so the way he worded that, it's like he was saying that it's not a new game, right? It's called Project Foundry because it's the Foundry's the place where the rings were made, right? So this is Project Foundry because this is the place where the Halo games are going to be made, right? This is the stepping stone for the future of Halo. It looks amazing. At the bottom there it says work in progress content rendered in Unreal Engine 5. Look at that. Wow. The Flood. All the Flood stuff is amazing, by the way.
The original Halo franchise was a graphics showcase. It was best in class. That's what Halo was when it first was released, and that's what Halo needs to be again.
Look at my dog. That's my dog. Look at Big Chief and the damn bro. We gotta go. We gotta pause it. We gotta pause it.
Needs to be again.
Look at that, man. It looks amazing. I can't wait to see it later, you know? This is very early, work in progress. And it already looks, I mean, it's just models, right? It's just with glowing swords, but they actually look like little mini figurines. A lot of the stuff I've seen with Unreal Engine 5 is pretty much like all the lighting and all the environment and stuff is pretty like user friendly from what I've seen. Man, it looks amazing.
So once Project Foundry,
and I don't know if y'all have noticed, they've been going for like the CE look with him. He looks like Combat Evolved. I've got some thoughts.
Being approved, we took the entire creative team and we ideated on 3 locations, something old, something new, and something really alien.
We had the Pacific Northwest, which is sort of traditional Halo biome.
We were trying to shove as much foliage in there as humanly possible to make it really feel like you're on a hike in the, Cascades.
Really showing off the Pacific Northwest vibes. Seeing a lot of that here.
The Cold Lands, which was the second biome that we took on, it was more of a technical showcase where we could play with shaders.
Look at the lighting. Wow, ski. Wow, wow, we.
Unreal affords us more opportunity than we've ever had in the past.
On the surface, it might just look all like snow, but how many layers of things
the ghost
to really give
the ghost coming in hot. Look at the way
that winter look.
And then our third biome was the Blightlands, which is any land that's been completely taken over by the flood.
I wanted to give our team the opportunity to really express an alien world, a really alien world, taking something way further than they may have actually done in previous Halo games.
What's impressed me about watching the Halo team work in Unreal is how beautiful everything looks, how incredible the environments look. I don't think we've seen anything quite like it in Unreal Engine before.
Fortunately, we have a studio that's really passionate about Halo, about the look and the feel, and I think there's a lot of hunger to really collaborate, to move forward together.
Foundry was an initiative that touched on
That's another thing too, before I lose my thought. They had to hire they had to outsource a lot of people for the development of Halo Infinite with COVID and all the stuff too. And then they also had to teach those people how to use their Slip Space MacGyver engine. So that's what caused a bunch of problems with Halo Infinite. And it being an Unreal Engine 5, one of the most used engines. Everything uses Unreal Engine, you know what I mean? Like, so being able to just have someone that knows the engine come from Bing Bong, from Gears of War over down to Pong, then go over here to Pong Ping.
Every part of the creative process, everything from concept art,
Xbox, Bing Bong effect, Bing Boo, Call of Duty, Gears, Halo, Call of Duty, Gears, Halo. It's the Holy Trinity.
VFX, characters, vehicles, and weapons to make the future games of Halo.
Creating an asset, taking this design.
Look at the Magnum.
We can really dig.
CE Magnum, by the way, again. See, that's what a lot of CE vibes, Wonder what that's about.
Material foundations. What is it actually made of? How is it physically accurate to the world? Now we get to take all the wonderful legacy assets that we have, bring them to life, and bring them to today's standards.
So there he's talking about just pretty much transferring all of their assets from one, not that they're literally transferring the assets from one engine to the other, but like being able to just, okay, Halo 1 assets, get them in here. Halo 2 assets, get them in here. Halo 3, you know what I mean? And then from there, they can play with whatever they want to. I think they're starting with CE for a reason, why this is a Combat Evolved looking Chief. Could we possibly be getting a remake? There are rumors of PlayStation getting a Halo game. Could they possibly be starting over Halo 1? Ping pong. I don't know how I feel about that. Let's also saying a lot of ping pong. I gotta have a ping pong counter somewhere. Usually put it right here. How many pong pings we got? I'm an idiot.
We
Like and
are
subscribe.
really excited to be not just working on multiple projects, but also expanding.
Multiple projects. You heard what she said. They're excited to be working on multiple projects. Bro, come one, come all. We use Unreal Engine 5 now. Make the Halo game you want.
Studio.
As a lifelong Halo player, I think the game's only going to get better
y'all,
when
think,
we get those
think.
new, unique
Don't hate.
perspectives and people bring in their expertise and passion for the Halo franchise.
We are looking for new talent as the projects that we're working on kind of get further and further into their development cycles.
And it is great to be part of
You
a
heard
team
him.
that's growing because you can kind of see that force multiplied as people come in and take on challenges and you can do more.
Imagine a place where you have the commitment that this is what we want to do, Halo games, and create those experiences.
Halo
You can
games.
express your talent, your creativity, and your professional
Hey, yo, Pierre, you want to come in here? Hey, that's Pierre, right?
ambitions.
In New York,
that
I'm Millie,
place.
you're
We're
up.
looking for designers, we're
What's
looking
up?
for artists, we're looking for engineers.
It feels like a new beginning for the studio in a lot of ways, and I think that's pretty rare.
New beginnings.
And I think we arrived now at a point where you see the beginnings of people to start to believe in the process.
There's so much momentum that we have right now and focus and clarity on not just what we're building, but why we're building and kind of this next phase of Halo.
The worlds that
The
we're
next phase.
building,
Phase up.
the stories that we're going after.
The potential at Halo right now.
Look at
is
that. Look at
huge.
that. Look at that. Look at that. Multiple elites. Look at that water. That looks better than Infinite right now. I mean, that's probably not playable,
At
but
Halo right
look at that. The ripples coming off the... I mean, that's
now
probably in the
is
game right now.
huge.
Halo Infinite was the last remnants of how we made Halo games in the past.
Okay, look. Yeah, listen to Pierre here. This is what I was talking about earlier.
At Halo right now is huge.
Halo Infinite was the last remnants of how we made Halo games in the past. That was our recipe. And what we're doing right now, we're changing that recipe.
A new dawn. Halo Studios. How are we feeling about the logo? How are we feeling about the logo? Let me know in the comment. Halo Studios, huh? All right, so I got some thoughts on this Halo Studio shenanigan stuff, right?
One.
So I'm thinking that they're gonna start using Unreal Engine 5. That way, you know, and they're talking about this platform and multiple games, and you know, I think that maybe they're going to be working on a CE something. It was all over Twitter about how with all the Xbox games coming to PlayStation recently, like Sea of Thieves and Hi-Fi Rush and Pentiment, and they already said that Indiana Jones is coming to PlayStation 5. They literally announced it at the showcase at the end. Oh, one more thing. It's coming to PlayStation. So I'm guessing any future projects from Halo Studios have the potential to go to PlayStation anyways, right? So why wouldn't they give PlayStation users the CE experience, right? The new way, the new, like Pierre was talking about, the new way to make Halo. This way, Unreal Engine 5 way, that way. But it could be any other things. Like I would take continuation of Infinite, like just a straight up continuation of that. I would take, they could do an ODST spin-off, ODST 2. When HellDivers 2 came out, 343 we're talking about how they see us, that we want a ODST game like HellDivers, that type of stuff. So I assume that's why they kind of say here that like we're working on different projects. There's multiple projects. As more become further along, they shift focus on one to the other. They've announced that there's one more year of Halo Infinite of the pro scene, and that there's still things to come there as well. So I'm rambling now. Maybe a Halo Reach. They could remake essentially 1, 2, and 3. I think the 25th anniversary is coming up. Dude, the possibilities are endless. Also, it's a 12 o'clock at night. I'm just riding the hype train. I gotta go to work at 5 in the morning. Make sure y'all like, make sure y'all subscribe. This was a different video. I don't know if I've ever really I don't know, man, where my channel is going, but I appreciate all the support. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. Wait, did I already say that? God, it's too late at night, man. And I drank coffee to stay up. I said, Alexa, make me some coffee. It's gonna be a long night.
I'm not quite sure how to help